Nowadays everyone wants to be economically independent to stand on one's own feet. They wish to get a job as per their needs and preferences. Due to the prevailing economic conditions, college graduates are not able to find a job even after a solid education. Every company has its own hiring procedure which always initiates with an interview. The thought of facing the champions of your dream company can make you nerve-wracking. Nervousness leads to many mistakes. Being nervous is a common thing, but not doing anything to avoid it can shatter your dreams and you will not be able to get the job. A lot of candidates fails to crack the interview. Getting ready to dive into the corporate world not only makes them excited but also anxious. When you meet someone for the first time, that is the only chance that you have to leave the first impression on them. So preparing for the interview to determine the probability of your success is of utmost importance. Below are some of the useful tips which will help you in cracking the interview with ease. 1. Know your interviewer in advance. The chances of cracking the interview increases when you know your interviewer. Things can always go wrong even if you have prepared for it completely. Knowing your interviewer can boost your confidence level. You can know their names, designation, achievements, etc. 2. Collect information about the company. Your sincerity for the job will be determined on the factor that whether you know about the company for which you are going to work. Collect all the important information about it, like when it was established, activities in which it is involved, competitors, etc. 3. Get to the point directly. You should come to every point directly and should not have an indirect approach. Be straightforward about what you can do for the company and what will be your contributions towards it. 4. Be punctual. Your sincerity towards the interview is determined by your punctuality. You should reach the place 15 minutes before the time scheduled for the interview. Reaching before time will help you to get relaxed and calm. 5. Make a folder and put all the required documents in it. You should carry all your certificates, resumes and any other specified documents in a well-organized folder. Make sure to carry the original documents as well as their copies. 6. Think before you act. There are some of your actions like biting nails, chewing gum, tapping table, biting lips etc. which indicates nervousness and lack of sensibility. So think before you act in such a way as it will put a bad impression on interviewer's mind. 7. Describe yourself in an effective way. The first question which everyone is asked in the interview is describe yourself. Prepare a brief paragraph about yourself and include the things which are not specified in your resume and sum it up in less than 50-60 seconds. 8. Rely on SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Describe all your strengths that you have leveraged in your life which will help the interviewer to know you better. Weaknesses should never be presented in a way which might work against you. Present your weaknesses in an intelligent way and also specify that you are working on it. Be truthful but not at the cost of your dream job. 9. Do not hesitate to ask questions. If you have any doubt, do not hesitate to clear it and openly ask questions about it. It is always good to open up yourself in a right manner. Convey your understanding and doubts and always get yourself indulge in the discussion. 10. Be aware of everything that you have mentioned in your resume. Your resume contains everything which is a part of your life. You should be well aware of every point that you have specified in the resume so that if the interviewer asks you anything in the context of your resume you should be responding to it. Prepare for every counter question before submitting the resume. Further, you should always prepare for the interview physically, mentally, and psychologically. Preparing physically. Physically you should always have an attractive appearance, good body language, which will help you in having a good impression on the interviewer. A healthy person always looks cheerful and attractive and is more energetic. Employers always look for energetic persons who can fit into their organization and perform all the activities with zeal and energy. The first impression is the last impression, so make your first impression in a clean and tidy appearance. Tidy persons always win over untidy persons. Maintain a groomed appearance by wearing nice shoes and make sure that your shoes are dirt-free, carrying a nice bag and wearing clothes according to the profession for which you are going for an interview. Dressing professionally is very important irrespective of the position for which you are applying. Body language also speaks a lot about you. Maintaining a good posture will make a good impact on the interviewer. Preparing mentally. The modern era is a phase of the stiff competition. Persons going for the interview should well prepare themselves for the subject, which is work-related, and should always be aware of the current affairs. Being prepared mentally will help you to appear before the interviewer confidently. One should always have the knowledge and the information about the company which they are going to work for. Mental preparedness always helps you in getting one step closer to your dream job. Preparing psychologically. Every person who is about to go for an interview gets stressed. You should never expect the selection in one particular interview. Take every interview as a learning process for your betterment. Experience of previous interviews helps in preparing for the next one in a better way. You should always give your best instead of worrying about the results. Take out your fear and nervousness and just go with the flow. This, in turn, will make you relaxed and you can answer every question with ease and comfort. Winning tactics for what to do during an interview. Be active and conscientious. The second you enter the interview place, be confident and greet everyone you meet. You never know who is going to take your interview, so be kind and polite to everyone. Be active and notice everything, as all these things will add a lot to your interview. Be aware of your body language. Your body language speaks a lot about how confident and what kind of person you are. Always greet your interviewer followed by a firm handshake. Maintain your posture while giving the interview. Connect with the interviewer. Connecting with the interviewer will help you a lot in the entire process of interview. Start with a friendly conversation, and the interviewer will respond accordingly. Try to understand the interviewer and learn more about him, as it may help you with the job offer in the end. Be a good listener. Never answer anything in a hurry. Be a good listener. Before answering anything, try to understand the question. Cross-questioning can make a bad impact on the interviewer. First, listen carefully and clear your doubts, if any, in the end. Don't inquire about job security. As most of the people suffer from hard economic times, they are more worried about losing the jobs. When applying for the job, you already have done the research to find out whether the position for which you have applied is feasible or not. So don't ever question the security of the position for which you are applying, otherwise, the interviewer can hit the reject button. Post-interview tactics. Stay in touch. After the interview, follow the interviewer on social sites and ask them to stay in touch, but remember, it should never make them feel that they are being pressurized. Be thankful. After the interview, send a thank you email to the interviewer. Greet them and say thank you for the time invested by them on you, as nowadays, following up with an email is acceptable, especially when they are going to make their decision soon. You can also mention your skills once again. Cracking an interview in the first attempt is difficult but not impossible. It just requires some efforts on the part of the candidate. Be confident and don't let yourself down. Don't take it as a do-or-die situation. Take it as a learning process if you don't succeed in one interview. Follow the above tips and prepare yourself to join your dream job. For more audio articles, product updates and tutorials, follow WPS Office on YouTube.